Alright guys, so we're gonna head to another night market. This one is Ningxia Night Market. And if it's the same as yesterday, we're gonna have tons of street food here tonight. So hopefully you're hungry.
When you arrive at Ningxia Night Market, you'll definitely see tons of people here, street food vendors, and also some game booths where you can win some prizes. If you come to this night market, here's a couple tips for you to remember. Number 1, make sure you bring cash. Cash is king here, so make sure you have enough in order to feed yourself. Number 2, pack light and also wear comfortable clothing. This is pretty important. You're going to be on your feet the entire time here at the night market, and there's not many places where you can sit at. On top of it, it gets really crowded here due to the amount of people here and also the amount of street vendors that are cooking here as well, so it can get really hot. And for my third tip is to check out what options you have at the night market.
So what I recommend you doing is, if you're visiting these types of market, walk through it once so you can see what you want to eat. And then now we're going back inside to pick the items that I want to eat personally. So let's go. Alright, so first shop that we're gonna get is fried BAOZI with oysters and egg filling. So there's 3 different kinds. We got the shrimp, oysters, and egg one. This one's shrimp. And then there's one with just oyster and eggs. Here's our BAOZI filled with shrimp and oysters and eggs. Kinda excited to take a bite into this. Alright, let's take a bite. Super hot. Alright, I can show you what the inside is. So you get this light flaky doughy crust on the outside that's been fried. Then you get this like yolk that's a little bit runny. And then you get pieces of shrimp, pieces of oysters in it. So it gives you like a salty taste, savory taste as well. It's very good, but steaming hot. And this only ran me $1.10? $1.10 I believe, or $1.20. But killer steal, it's good.
The next thing that we're gonna grab here is a grilled sausage, which sounds pretty normal, but it also says that it's a small intestine and a large intestine, so this sounds a little bit interesting. After I placed my order, they added both intestines to the grill, so on the left is our small intestine, which is the grilled sausage, and on the right is our large intestine, which is the white one.
Okay, this is my small intestine wrapped into the bigger intestine. Looks super thick. Kinda looks like a hot dog, but it's not. I wanted to unravel it to get a better picture, but I feel like it'll fall apart if I take it apart. But we're gonna take a bite into this. Alright, let's take a bite. So this thing is actually super good. So you get like pickled vegetables here, a little bit of sticky rice, and then on the top you get like a sweet sausage, but it's very good. Like the name of this and the look of it doesn't seem very appealing, but it tastes really good. But the intestine is a little bit chewy and hard to bite through. Alright, there's a long line here for this street vendor. So what I read was that they made taro balls here that are fried on their sign. So we're gonna wait here for these fried taro balls. So if you're wondering what the shop is called, it's Liu Yuzi. And they have 2 things on their menu. One of them is deep fried taro balls with pickled egg yolk. The other is just a deep fried taro ball. So I'll try both.
Once you get closer towards the front of the line, you get to see the entire process on how they make these taro balls. And in this case, they're making the salted egg yolk taro ball, where they're going to take the dough and then add a salted egg yolk and some pork floss to it. And once they're made, they put them in the hot fryer, and once they're ready, they take them out and place them on the cooling rack. So this is one of the popular shops here at the night market, and after I got my order, there was still a lot of people here still waiting in line in order to get some of these taro balls.
So if you've never had deep fried taro balls before, taro is kind of like a potato, a soft potato that's more savory. And then I'm assuming it's going to be pretty awesome since there's pork and eggs in here. So I'll take a bite and then I'll show you what it's like on the inside. It is so hot. Alright, what you can expect to see inside this is you get crispy taro texture on the outside, and then you get sweet pork on the inside, also with a gooey egg. It's awesome. Well, now you can see why people were waiting so long for these taro balls. They're really good. Alright, I might finish this one and then I'll show you what the other one looks like. Alright, here's the other one. This one's just a fried taro ball. I think I like the one without the egg and without the pork. I think I like this one better actually. With this one you get a really flaky crust and the taro taste is really good. I think the pork and the egg kind of overpowered the taro in it. And I kind of like the taro ball solo. But it's awesome. Try both when you're here. Alright, so we're getting these taro balls. Similar to the other one that we just had, except we're getting their number one right here, which has an egg yolk in it. It looks really good. We're gonna grab one.
This vendor serves something similar to the other vendor that we just had for fried taro balls. However, for the picture of this one looks more like a runny egg yolk custard, so I wanted to try this to compare it. And the process to make this is similar to the other vendor, except that there's no pork floss in order to make these taro balls.
Alright, here's our top fried taro egg yolk balls. We're gonna open one of these bad boys up. So my expectations versus reality, this doesn't look like the picture. So the egg yolk on the inside really looked yellow. This one looks like it's the same color as taro, but you can definitely taste the egg yolk in here. It tastes pretty good, but it doesn't look like the image how I envisioned it.
The next vendor that we're gonna visit is sizzling up some delicious skewers on his grill, and I couldn't resist this since he was actually cooking one of my favorite cuts, which is the pork belly. So we're gonna grab one of their skewers, which is the pork belly and green onions.
I just love eating pork belly. So there's green onions, pork belly, there's probably a type of glaze on top, and then I sprinkled some powder that I have no idea what it was, but it's either, from the looks of it, it looks like shichimi powder or togarashi powder, or it might be the 5 spices. Let's take a bite. But it's really good. It's like fatty, tender, juicy, a little bit spicy.
So I'm getting a little bit full, so I'm going to have to move on towards getting dessert. So we're at Yammy's, which makes a peanut ice cream roll here, and it looks pretty good. So what happens is there's this huge block of what I believe is peanut brittle, and what she does is she uses a block in order to shave off that peanut brittle and then puts the shaving on top of a wrapper. And afterwards, she's going to scoop 2 scoops of ice cream to it. One of them I believe might be peanut. I'm not too sure about the other one. And then she adds cilantro to it. So yes, I did say cilantro. So vegetables with your ice cream. And then she wraps it up into this tiny wrap.
Alright, here we have his yummy shaved ice cream peanut roll. On the inside there was cilantro, there was peanuts, and there was ice cream as well. And this wrapper, I'm not sure what the taste is like. Feels like a egg roll wrapper that's uncooked. So this is the land of interesting ice cream. So I have my ice cream and there's cilantro in it as well. So let's take a bite. Flavor is definitely interesting. So you get a little bit sweet, a little bit salty from the peanuts, and a little crunch. So good. Ice cream's good as well, but I can't pinpoint the flavor of what kind of ice cream this is. But the cilantro actually goes well together with this. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you get some crunchy peanuts, ice cream in the middle, and then you get this nice little wrapper. It's very good. I would definitely get this peanut ice cream again. It's awesome. Alright, so here we're trying the fruit with syrup coating on this stick. So I think the red one might be a haw, and the black one might be a water chestnut from what I read. Alright, let's take a taste into this. I hope it's not a tomato. It's a tomato. For the most part, the sugar glaze, it goes well with the cherry tomato, but I didn't expect it to be a tomato. I was like, it looks like a tomato, but I hope it's not a tomato, but it is a tomato.
One of the signs that they had here said they had haws covered in syrup, and it had a picture of a red fruit that was red, and I thought all of these actually were haws. So she definitely knew that I wasn't a local, so she actually pointed to me to the one that she recommended, which is probably the one that was actually a haw covered in syrup, but instead I decided to pick the one next to it and got tomatoes instead. I totally slipped my mind that tomatoes can actually be considered as fruit as well. I wasn't totally satisfied getting this tomato skewer as the final thing here at the night market, so we're gonna have to go to one more place. And luckily for me, I tried out this shop, and this shop is really good. So I saw a small line forming on the outside, and what they're making here is oyster omelets. The front of this restaurant, you get to see them make all these oyster omelets, and I'm a pretty big fan of eggs and oysters as well, so I've never had both of them together, so this will be a first.
So here's our oyster omelet. So there's eggs here, there's oysters. Looks like vegetables and some kind of sauce. Alright, we're gonna take a bite into this oyster omelet now. It's really good. So you get the taste of egg, savory, sweet sauce. Also, there's like a gelatinous texture in here. I'm not sure if it's like a bird's nest or something, but it's very, very gelatinous. So it's very good. Woo! Definitely hit max capacity. I'm totally stuffed. But hopefully you guys enjoyed all the great eats tonight. And then I'll see you guys for another day in Taipei tomorrow. Bye!